In a world where we often feel under threat and disconnected, we need each other even more. At St. Philip's College, we have a tradition of resilience. No matter what challenge we face, we endure, we learn, we grow together. We all are resilient. We all have stories. Here is one.
So my name is Christina Marie Cortez. I am a product of Corpus Christi, Texas, and I currently serve at St. Philip's College honorably along a lot of individuals as Dean for Student Success and Enrollment Management and Academic Advising. I was leaving foster care in May of 1996, and I was privileged enough to have a foster parents that gave me a vehicle to be able to drive as a little bitty beat up Chevy Blazer, and I was able to use that Blazer. And so I had some stuff that I needed to move, and all of a sudden, this vehicle that I had all of my prize put into, it died and I did not have the money to be able to fix it. So I started looking at riding the bus to school, and it was very difficult to navigate public transportation when you've never navigated it. And so I recall going to the bus stop and standing at the bus stop, and the bus driver pulling up, and I get on the bus, and he says, 85 cents, or do you have your card? And I was like, no, sir, I don't. I have $1. And he's like, you need 85 cents. We don't give change on the bus. And I said, yes, sir. And I said, so do I leave? Do I get off the bus? And he looked at me, he says, I'm going to give you this one shot, but the next day I pick you up, you better have 85 cents. I felt like I was so put together after leaving foster care. And then that hit me, and just the amount of uncertainty that I had, not knowing where I was going. It was definitely a time where I lost hope and thought that, am I really supposed to go to school? Am I really supposed to do this? Going to college and getting a degree, I knew that education was power. And so I had to do that. The only way that I could get through my education was having to fund other things myself. It was a struggle. It was a struggle. I'd go to class, let's say like 8 to 10:50 for school on maybe a Monday, Wednesday, Friday. My work started at 11 o'clock, and I worked 8 hours. And then I got off, and then I would go and study, study, study. I just knew that education was power, but I also knew that I had to support myself. I had no other option. There was no support. I had to work hard to get where I was at. And it was a very difficult time. But I will say that when you have to do something and get somewhere, as long as you put your mind to it, I was adamant that I was going to achieve it. I couldn't be where I am today if I didn't have people that really wanted to help me. Now I had to ask a lot, and I had to work really hard. But I recognize that my grandparents, even though I was out of their lives and living in foster care and coming back, they helped me. My foster parents, who I still keep in contact, they helped me. I had a very supportive boyfriend who became a fiance, who became a husband, who came from a Leave It to Beaver family. I mean, he had the best family ever, right? Um, Helped me. It wasn't until my sophomore year when I got involved in the psychology club. And I started recognizing when I was sitting in there that these were individuals that had more support in their childhood, had more support in their teenage years, and then the transition that I attached myself to them. But it was because I was striving, I was thriving to be able to have something to look at that was successful, and how could I be like that? I slowly recognized that this can be done. It can be done. And I had to learn throughout that whole experience, I'm good enough. I'm strong enough. I'm capable. I am somebody who can do good. recognizing that you are successful, you can do. Everybody has baggage and everybody can achieve anything. You can achieve what you need to achieve if you can put your mindset, change your mindset. Don't allow negativity to be the driver of who you're going to be. Find an advocate. There is always going to be somebody that if you're talking to them, that they will help you move forward. They will help you understand a process. I'm going to revert really quickly back to the bus driver, right? Really quickly back. The next day that I got there to get on the bus, I had my 85 cents. And he looked at me and he said, A&M Corpus Christi? Yes, sir. Dropped it in there, got on the bus. And I would see him in the mirror, look at me and go, resiliency is something that is learned, can be shaped, and individuals can recognize that and mold themselves to that. I'll go back to continue to say, find that person that you want to be like. Identify what their characteristics are. Build yourself, build your Legoland around that to be able to become more resilient in what they're doing. I am resilient because I know I'm capable. That's why.